Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today our group will present on a topic that has become an issue for a long period of time, which is animal cruelty. So, what are we going to look at in this presentation? There are three things that we going to look in this presentation, which is the first one, introduction. Next, the major ways on how to prevent animal cruelty, and the last one is conclusion. For the introduction and the first main point, it will be presented by me, myself, Nurul Syafiqah. Next, Irfan will be presenting the second and third main points. And lastly, Sarania will be presenting the last main point and the conclusion. To get started, I would like to share a quote from a New York feline veterinarian, which is Dr. Louis J. Gamiti. He said that never believe that animals suffer less than humans. Pain is the same for them that it is for us, even worse because they cannot help themselves. This means that animals have the same feelings just like us. They can feel happy, sad, and pain. So, we as humans that have the ability to help and save them should save them from any threats or dangers. But this is what is happening right now. Animal cruelty that is mostly caused by us humans. And this can happen to any breed or type of animals, cats, dogs, and even primates. So, how to save them from cruelty that would be caused by humans? The first one is by fostering or adopting animals in need. It is done to save the abandoned or stray animals from being euthanized. According to the SPCA, about 30% of stray animals that are rescued have been euthanized in the shelter. For example, this is the animals that have been euthanized in an animal shelter in California. And they euthanize about 25,000 animals per year. So it is our responsibility to adopt or foster them to save them from being euthanized. Moreover, by adopting and fostering animals in need, we can actually protect them from cruel breeders or owners. Nowadays, animal owners or breeding facilities are actually practicing very bad methods in selling them. For example, we can see in this picture where they put several animals in a really small cage, and there is no food and water sources to keep them from hunger. And we have to adopt them from this condition to be happen. To further explain about the ways on how to prevent animal cruelty, Irfan will present the next main points.
The second ways to prevent animal cruelty is by educate people to respect animal. Next. So basically, education about animal is very helpful in preventing animal cruelty. This is because we are able to help people to grow to become the future animal advocates. So what is animal advocates is basically someone who believe in the in the right of animal to exist without fear of abuse, exploitation, and etc. So hence, these people will fight what is right for the animal and protect them at all costs. So however, children do not know how to care for animals on their own. Hence, adults need to guide them. We need to show them the right way to care for the animal, to address their need, and to protect the animals. When we teach children all of these things, then they will develop into adults who have learned this lesson. And ultimately, we will have a society that care towards animal more than today. Next. Then we will also make able to make people understand how important animals are in our life. So when they understand how important animals are in our life, we will we are able to create an empathetic society that cares toward every kind of animals. Next. Moving on to the other way to prevent animal cruelty is by being a responsible pet owner. Owning a pet is a privilege but requires commitment and responsibility. Next, by being responsible to our pet, then we're able to manage pet overpopulation, which is basically one of the huge crises in our society nowadays. How how we can do this is basically by controlling its reproduction via spaying and neutering. So spaying and neutering is basically a process where the females and males animal undergo where its reproductive organs are being removed. So I do understand that people nowadays they're against spaying and neutering because they believe that we are actually modify the animal for our own convenience. But try imagine if we do not let animal to go for spay and neuter. So later on, they will keep on producing offsprings, and it will be quite challenging for us to take care each of its litters. And end up, these innocent offspring or litters will become strays and end up in shelters. Next. By being a responsible pet owner also, we enable the animal to experience a fun and healthy life. A responsible pet owner will provide their pet with its basic necessities of life, such as healthy diets, shelter, and healthcare. So pet owners need to ensure that their pets has continuous access to a healthy and nutritious food. In terms of shelter, they need to ensure that the animal shelter or cage is not too small so they can exhibit their natural feelings. In terms of healthcare, it's important for the pet owners to establish a connection with veterinarians to ensure that their pets has a regular checkup. Regular checkup. Um, Next, I will let Sarania to present her point.
Thank you, Irfan. So, as for the last main point that on ways on how we can prevent animal cruelty is that we can actually we as a responsible pet owners, we must report animal cruelty, abuse, or neglection to the main authorities. So as you can see on the left side of the screen, I have listed three main organizations that are available in most of the states in Malaysia. So all three organizations that I've stated here are active and are open-handedly accepting all the reports regarding animal cruelty and animal abuse. And as you can see on the right side of the screen, we can see that a little boy is throwing a puppy just for fun. And lately, we also had an issue whereby a man placed a pregnant cat into the dryer and let it suffocate to die. And it has caused a huge controversial uh, issue in Malaysia. So all of these issues are actually showing us that people are unaware about animal abuse and animal cruelty. So next, why do we have to report animal abuse or animal cruelty to the main authorities? So this can help us from preventing further animal cruelty. Most of the animal cruelty cases are because of irresponsible owner that have bad anger management issues. They tend to show their anger towards the pets that are completely innocent. We, as normal human beings, we cannot approach those pet owners, and we can definitely not separate them without authority. So main organizations such as SPCA and POS, they have the authority to actually separate the pet owners from the pet. And this can actually allow the pets to live a much better, healthy lifestyle. So next, okay, by reporting animal abuse cases, we can also help to make the society a much better place. So this is because animal cruelty is actually an act of violence. So if we can stop animal cruelty from happening furthermore, we are actually stopping a part of violence in Malaysia from reoccurring in the future. So if we get to stop violence, it will make Malaysia and each and every single country a much better and a comfortable environment for humans and also animals to live in. And I personally feel that small steps taken by each and every single human being will eventually cause a huge change to the entire society. So next, to conclude our presentation, I would like to say there are plenty ways on how we can prevent animal cruelty from occurring in the future. And we have only presented several points, several of the main points that are available. And I sincerely hope that each and every single citizen will learn more and educate themselves more regarding animal abuse, as this is not only a veterinarian's job, but it is also the entire community's job. So that's all from us. Thank you.